I'm good. Thank you for having me. It's such a nice day and I'm looking forward to the race. It's a really nice thing that sports brings people together. It gives them something to discuss, to talk about. It's stimulating, but above all, it's actually really inspiring. I support amazing driving. All of these drivers are an inspiration, and I love seeing, you know, technique and maneuvers and different scenarios. And in a racetrack and in every race, there's no exact process. So I love to watch the drive. So I don't particularly look at a person or a team. I just like to enjoy the full race, and everybody pulls some really incredible stuff. Yes, Formula One is the pinnacle of motorsport. It is the highest possible standard in my eyes that I see in terms of driving, and I can take away a lot from watching Formula One into my experience in rallies. So a lot of the times you see things happen like technical failures or decision making, you know, when a certain driver weighed up a risk to reward ratio, and you can learn from the consequences of those situations. So for example, how do the drivers cope with a technical problem? How do they cope with a mismanagement maybe in the strategy of changing tires, of tire pressures? How rewarding it is when the strategy is perfect and that takes them to the front. So watching Formula One and all of these tiny decisions that are all so impactful to the end goal, you can take away into your own sport or in your own day. You know, the decisions you make throughout your day are going to impact the result of that day. I do like to see the emotional aspect of it with the drivers, because motorsport can be a very tense thing, and the decisions you make and the decisions others make on your team or your competitors, they all have such a direct consequence, and you see it instantly. You always see the consequences so directly in racing. So learning how to have a positive psychology, a good attitude in the midst of all of this is important, because it allows you to grow as a person. You become more resilient. I learn a lot of these things from watching these professional drivers, and it's inspiring. Yes, I mean, for my personal life, I think the racing principles can help with anything. So things like discipline, organization, commitment, having goals, having targets, taking action, you know, executing. All of these are basic principles in racing, and I think that if we have the courage to implement those foundations in a day-to-day, regular life, your life will be different. It will move. And a big thing is execution. Sometimes I feel in the day-to-day, it's easy to get stuck in a routine and not take any decisions that will lead to maybe progression. And with racing, it's all about action. It's all about execution. It's all about movement. And when you have the will and the motivation to do that, you see the impact. You see the impact in your personal life. I think for kids to see this is so eye-opening, you know. A child watching adult in a car like this, you know, they imagine themselves maybe in a go-kart in a circuit, and they look at the apex, they look at the corners, they look at the pedals, they look at the steering, and it's identical. It's an identical activity. So when you develop at that age, you know, throughout the years, you grow into a capable driver, and it allows you to organize your life as well, even when you grow into your adolescent period. You know, you become more organized, you have more confidence. Being in sport builds confidence. It's also social. It's a social thing, so you get to know different people. For myself personally, I race in Dakar Rally, which is a very international sport. We have people from all over the world participating. Same with the Baja World Cup that I'm in. And that's something that you can learn from racing, and having these solid, strong social skills while also having the confidence to perform. It's going to help children who follow these drivers. It's going to help them manage their schooling, their education. It's going to help them manage their future jobs, and I'm glad that they can see this. I'm having an incredible time at the 3rd Saudi Arabian Grand Prix at the Jeddah Corniche circuit, and I'm really looking forward to seeing this race and the result.